Hello everyone and welcome. My name's Jason. This is me just up here, and what you're seeing at the moment is my SharpCloud. This is my space on SharpCloud, and we're on the home page at the moment where you can see the social feed and various recent roadmaps that I've been working with. What I'd like to do today is to give you an overview of the views that you can get using SharpCloud when you've developed a roadmap or a strategy or some other end user application. Just very quickly, we'll move on to this page here. This is my roadmaps. This shows you the roadmaps that are owned by me and roadmaps that are shared with me. And I've already opened up the Life Sciences roadmap, which we're just going to have a look at here now. So what you're seeing here at this point is a roadmap that's got a 10-year horizon, as you can see from here up to 2009 to 2019, and we're in the theatre view at the moment, which is showing all the events that I've put into the roadmap with all the relationships going forward in time. Somebody described to me when they saw this, it was like the Borg of Star Trek. When I click on this, we'll go back to the beginning at 2009, and each one of these here are what we call events, and as you can see when we highlight on it, it shows you the relationships, and when we click in again, it shows you not only the relationships but what is the connection via a comment. And if I was to open this one up, called Quality by Design, and for those of you in life sciences, you'll understand what this is. Here you can see on the various pages that I've opened up is a description or a summary of what it is. And then we have what we call characteristics. These measures the benefit, the cost, the risk. These can be anything that you want it to be, and you can score them. And you can see here at the moment that we've got a start date and a duration. The next thing we have is the agility. If we were to do quality by design, what would we get as an outcome? And again, these are all configurable. In this one I've got 7, and we're scoring out of 3 and 5 on this one here, so you can see there's a total score. So we've got 23 out of 23 if we do quality by design. We've also got a place to add comments, and I'm asking Vinod here what does he think about the changes in the validation master plan. The next one we've got here is relationships, what other events it's connected to. So you can see here we've got parametric lease, improved product launches, etc. There's several there. And then lastly is resources, where we can connect, in this case, documents. So this is about implementing quality by design. This one here is a URL to a video of Chi-Wan Chen, I hope I pronounced that correctly, who's a Deputy Director in the FDA about quality design. So again, you can connect anything here. Let's go and have a look at some of the other views now and move away from here. The next one is what we call the panel view, or I call it the executive PowerPoint. What this does for you, it actually organizes your events into its categories in this particular case, and this is donated by the different colors and the images. It also, what we can do is we can size it and order it. So in this case I've got it ordered by benefit, but I could do it by, say, cost, and that will change around, and I can have it the cost in descending or ascending order. And the other things that you can do is, like I said here, is change these around so you can see some different views. Okay, I'm just going to switch off the relationships there at the moment, and the next view we're going to go to is what we call the timeline. Now in the timeline here you set up these categories, which again is donated by the color and the image. Here I've said these are the issues from a pestle perspective affecting the pharma industry. Here are some business activities. Here's all about product strategy, sustainability, what resources and technology that this pharmaceutical company has to use. Again, if I connect this on here, we can see all the relationships. We can see it in timeline. If I move the timeline up or down, I can get more detail in a specific area or a specific time period, like so. And again, all the time the connections are being made. What we can also do here is, at the moment, if you notice, the size of these particular events are done by risk. So I can change this around again. I can put, is there any by cost reduction? Is there any views about benefit? And I can also show the event tails, which is your typical Gantt chart. So let's just take that off there a moment and close that down. If we go to the next one, this is what we call the compare view. And in this instance, what we're doing here is we're comparing each of these events against the parameters that we looked at previously. So in the moment I got it on benefit, and down here on the horizontal axis I have it with cost, but I can choose any one of those if I want to. And I can also size the particular events. So if I do by risk, for example, we can now see what events have a high benefit or a high cost or a low risk or a high risk by size. So if we look at one over here, merger and acquisitions, this is telling us that we have a high benefit but a high cost, but also a high risk. And we can also see its relationships. So again, that gives you a different perspective, and you can evaluate what are your best options on your strategy. And then lastly, this is what we call the canvas, and in the canvas we can load different backgrounds. Here I've developed many backgrounds for clients to use. This in particular is a SWOT canvas, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, and this allows us to play around with the events and saying, well, is this a strength? So if I again take the quality by design, is this a strength, or is it an opportunity, or is it a threat, or is it a weakness? And again, you can help to categorize your particular activities to understand what relationship they might have and where they sit. Okay, that's all I'm going to show you now in this brief video. Hopefully this gives you an overview of the different views and how you can use the same data but to look at it at different perspectives. The main benefit that I find is that when you're using this, people can ask you, well, what is it like from a timeline view? And you can do that. Can you tell me what the cost benefit of that might be? I can do that. Could you let's have a play around and see what we think our strengths or weaknesses are, or do a Boston matrix or a 5 whys, anything like that at all. Whereas if you try to do this in a PowerPoint presentation, then clearly you wouldn't be able to do that. And as you may or may not know, anyone around the world can connect to this, and we can collaborate online to develop and communicate our strategy. Okay, hope that's helpful, and I look forward to speaking with you sometime soon. Thanks very much.